Attorney General Ken Paxton, the Attorney General of Texas, has been impeached for various crimes he has committed while Attorney General.
And that breaking news comes directly from the state capitol, where Attorney General Ken Paxton has been impeached. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Barajas. We go straight to KPRC2 investigator Mario Diaz, who's live from the Capitol in Austin. Mario?
Yeah, Bill Barajas, this has been a historic-making day here at the state capitol. It happened in the last 75 minutes. The Attorney General for the state of Texas, Ken Paxton, has been impeached by the House of Representatives. It happened right there inside of the chamber again in the last hour and a half. How did we get here? Let me walk you through the process as we show the actual vote taking place. It was about a 4-hour hearing. What happened is that you had basically all of the articles of impeachment. These were the charges levied against Paxton, laid out to the entire assembly by the committee that was investigating Paxton. This is the...
He had 20 articles of impeachment against him. Biggest one was for bribery.
General Investigating Committee, it's only members of the House of Representatives. They laid out every aspect of, they say, was behavior unlawful by the Attorney General and behavior that should result in his impeachment. You had serious debate throughout the course of the 4 hours between Republicans and Democrats. Part of that committee was Ann Johnson, a representative from Houston on the Democratic side. We're going to start with her comments and play through the course of the afternoon.
Ken Paxton broke the law. Misappropriation of fiducial property, which is a state jail felony, carrying 6 months to 2 years, and another case of bribery, carrying a second-degree felony of 2 to 20 years, and abuse of official capacity.
What you have in this
Ken Paxton needs to be, he needs to be given the max sentences that he can receive for all of his charges, because he's doing this under the capacity of being the Attorney General, which gives him, a lot of power.
This case is triple hearsay in most cases. It is hearsay within hearsay within hearsay.
I am not commenting on Mr. Paxton's guilt or innocence, rather the lack of credible process that has gone on today.
You are not deciding facts or law today. You are simply deciding if this matter may proceed to trial. You are simply deciding that there are sufficient facts to go to trial. Members, I respectfully ask that you approve these articles. Send this to trial.
At the end of the day, 121 members voted for the impeachment. Paxton only had 23 defenders on his side. A dramatic margin of difference. Not many.
Wow, only 23 people defending him. So there is probably a good bit of evidence that people know about that shows that Ken Paxton is guilty.
Many people expected to see that type of differential at the end of the day. So it is going to go to trial. It's going to go from right there in the House of Representatives in Austin all the way across the hall to now a trial in the Senate. That means you have a trial in which it is very similar to a legal system trial. Ken Paxton, his attorneys will come in, present their case, and at the end of the day, it will be the senators, the state senators for the state of Texas, who will decide his ultimate fate as to whether or not he will be gone for good. His impeachment forces Paxton out of office for the time being. The governor has yet to name a replacement. That's the very latest here in Austin. Mario Diaz, KPRC2 investigates.
Excellent reporting, Mario. And we have a question for you. Was Attorney General Ken Paxton there?
Bill, great question. He was not. And it's intriguing because throughout the course of this process, he and his team have been saying, we have not had a chance to defend ourselves. We have not had a chance to defend ourselves. He had a news conference late in the afternoon yesterday at 4 p.m. The Attorney General, if you recall, he just walked off camera. He was never taking any questions at all from the media during the course of that news conference. Those were his plans. As for today, he didn't show up, Bill.
Mario, also, you were inside the chamber. You've been there for the last 2 days. What's your biggest takeaway from this hearing?
The biggest takeaway here, Bill, was the margin of the victory for those that wanted to impeach Paxton. Throughout the course of the week, I spoke to dozens of members, and they told me, listen, we can't figure out what's really happening here, the why. And many people felt that it was too close because Paxton did have his supporters. But when they laid out the entire case and you heard the evidence, according to the committee for the House of Representatives, at the end of the day, they decided to vote, I believe, in the favor they felt manner, obviously, in the manner in which they felt most comfortable. They made their vote, and it was a decisive victory for those members of the House of Representatives. That, to me, was the biggest takeaway here, Bill, how big this margin of victory was.